In Hawaii, there's a place that looks like it was ripped straight from a nightmare. The West Kamakuna Lava Skylight. It's a gaping circular hole that peers directly into an active lava tunnel, glowing red hot like the mouth of a furnace. But the real chills come from what surrounds it. The scorched ground nearby is littered with bizarre lava formations and twisted shapes that eerily resemble human limbs, distorted faces, and bodies frozen mid-scream. Some call it a natural coincidence, others think there's something more to it. Whatever the truth is, one thing's certain, it's both haunting and breathtaking. In a century-old home, a woman and her daughter began exploring a section of the house they hadn't stepped into in years. Hidden behind aging wooden panels, they stumbled upon a mysterious, tightly wrapped bundle. The daughter hesitated. Something about it felt wrong. But the mother pressed forward, unwrapping it with her bare hands.
What would be the point of this hanging up? Oh, gosh. Oh, there's a button.
Oh. What's that breathing? Is that a diaper?
No. Oh, it's a baby thing. It's a baby outfit.
Oh no, Mama. You are haunted for life. And me, because you made me touch it
Wait,
first.
why is that like... What? What is this? Why would that be in there? No way. We gotta check all of it.
What?
Inside was a strange antique baby outfit. What is this doing here? Why would someone hide this? And why does it feel heavy with something else? A small button clicked. An eerie silence followed. The mother later posted about their find online, hoping for answers. Instead, she was met with chilling theories. Many believed she had awakened something ancient, something that should have stayed hidden. While hiking alone, Instagram user Smithereens felt that eerie, unmistakable sensation like he wasn't truly alone. At first, he chalked it up to nerves, but then he turned his camera toward the trees, and what he captured sent chills down his spine. Peeking from behind one of the trunks was a pale, human-like figure. The second he locked eyes with it, instinct kicked in, and he took off running. The video ends with him fleeing, with no update and no explanation. After a long night of relentless rain that carried into the morning, something strange appeared.
All right, so this morning, me and my dad found these boot prints along our asphalt driveway. And it was a little strange. We were a little freaked out because we live in the woods, middle of nowhere. Yeah. And these footprints, we did some tests, and my dad is 5'11", size 12 shoe. And the prints are bigger than his shoe size. And the strides were much too large for his height. And yeah, here are the prints. I don't know if you can see them very well. It's not great visibility. I'm trying to find one with good visibility. That's kind of there. Walks along. Goes away. And it disappears right over here. I don't know why. Let me find a better print. That's a pretty vivid one right there. You can see the outline right there. The point with a little blank space in the middle, which I'll explain in the text below.
They inspected the prints. His father, standing 5 feet 11 inches and wearing size 12 shoes, couldn't match them. These were much bigger, and the stride was too long for anyone his height. Whoever or whatever made them, he adds, had to be at least 6 feet 3 inches, maybe wearing a size 13 or 14 boot. He scans the path where the prints continue in a perfect line, until they just vanish. No scuffs, no drag marks, gone. One print stands out. It's unusually clear. A defined toe, a blank spot where the heel lifts. Not your average hiking boot, not even modern. They look like something from the past, curved toes, strange spacing, almost identical to centuries-old military boots. And considering there's a cluster of war-era graves just beyond the woods, it begs the question, what kind of boots leave a trail through the rain and then disappear without a trace? Late one night, a man decided to take a walk through the nearby woods when a strange sound pierced the silence. He'd heard it before, always after dark, but something about it never felt right. The sound seemed to drift from one direction to another, never settling, never keeping a rhythm. Some were sure it had to be man-made. Others swore it was an animal, maybe even something unnatural. But as always, the internet had a surprising explanation. The eerie noise wasn't a ghost or some forest creature stalking the night. It was just a tiny Eurasian scops owl. Mysterious, yes, but not so scary after all. While hiking through Kings Canyon National Park, a YouTuber from the channel Norwegian Explorer found himself in a tense and unexpected encounter. As he approached a campsite, he spotted a bear creeping toward a couple who were packing up their gear, drawn in by the scent of food.
Go away. You can't stay here. Go away. Go away. Go away. Good boy. Yeah, I wanted to circle him so he doesn't feel trapped. Go away. Go away. Yeah, good boy. What? I wanted to get on your side so he doesn't feel trapped.
The bear hesitated, then bluff charged twice. Realizing he wasn't alone, another nearby camper joined him. They raised their arms high and made themselves look bigger, shouting to intimidate the animal.
Hey, stop. Go away. Oh, he's coming. Ah! 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 Ah!
The bear slowly backed off, disappearing into the woods. Shaken but safe, the couple wasted no time leaving the area. As for the YouTuber, he kept hiking, camera still rolling. While journeying through a remote village in rural Africa, a traveler stumbled upon a bizarre and unforgettable sight. A man standing calmly by the roadside, with what looked like a goat's leg. Not just any prosthetic or illusion. This leg had actual fur, hooves, and all the markings of something straight out of folklore. Whispers in the area blame it on a powerful voodoo curse, while skeptics claim it's nothing more than an elaborate hoax or cleverly crafted prosthetics. Whatever the truth may be, one thing's certain, this was no ordinary encounter. Deep in the heart of a dark, overgrown forest, someone set up a trail camera to catch glimpses of wildlife. But what the footage captured was far from ordinary. In one eerie frame, a woman in a flowing white dress appeared, standing still, staring straight into the lens. Stranger still, she seemed to have antlers growing from her head. Then, just 40 minutes later, she was gone, vanished without a trace. If this happened, it's the stuff of nightmares. But something about the photo feels off. Too cinematic. Too perfect. Maybe it was staged, Or maybe we just weren't meant to understand what we saw. While hiking through a snowy wilderness, this person spotted something bizarre, a massive cloud hanging far too low in the sky. At first, it just looked strange, but then something changed. Look closely, up there. It's hard to make out, almost hidden. It just looks like clouds, but not quite. Suddenly, the cloud began shifting in a way that didn't feel natural, almost like it was alive. Clouds drift and change all the time, but this one moved like it had a purpose. Some believe it wasn't natural at all, maybe man-made. Could it be part of secret weather experiments, geoengineering, or something else entirely? She lost her dad when she was just 5, and every big milestone since then felt incomplete, especially her wedding day. 2 decades after his passing, she and her husband eloped to the mountains, choosing a quiet, scenic overlook to capture the moment with Polaroid photos. As one of the images developed, a strange, glowing, man-shaped light appeared behind them. She laughed it off, assuming it was just a light leak. But when her mom saw the photo, she paused, stared, and softly said, "I think your dad was with you." Now, she can't shake the thought, was it just a trick of the camera, or did her father show up one last time to walk her down the mountain aisle? A Redditor shared a chilling story about their friend who works night shifts at a remote construction site. But one night, everything changed. The friend sent over a picture of his nightly routine. Nothing unusual at first glance. But when they paused the footage, something stood out. Near one of the idle machines was a tall, dark, human-like figure, motionless and unnervingly out of place. Just seconds earlier, the spot was empty. Whatever it was, it shouldn't have been there, and it sent shivers down their spine. A bizarre trail cam photo recently popped up on Reddit, sparking a wave of speculation. The image shows a small, hunched figure with large, glowing eyes and what appear to be exaggerated lips, not your everyday forest critter. Some users were quick to suggest it might be a cryptid or something out of a horror movie, but others offered a more grounded explanation. It could be a juvenile barn owl clutching a rodent in its beak, which might explain the strange lip illusion. But admit it, it still looks seriously creepy. About 10 years ago, a Reddit user shared a seemingly ordinary family trip to a nearby lake. Just a fun day in the sun with the kids. But when they got home and started flipping through the photos, one image stopped them cold. In the picture, a distinct shadow of a hand was visible on their niece's back. The eerie part? No one was standing near her at the time. Even stranger, the angle of the shadow made no sense. If it belonged to a person, more of the arm should have been visible, maybe even part of their body or head. To this day, the family can't explain what they captured in that photo, and the mystery still haunts them. Years ago, Reddit user AC Machina was hanging out with friends in a pitch-dark high school classroom late at night. Everything was quiet, too quiet. Then, out of nowhere, they felt a strange presence behind them. Trusting their gut, they spun around and quickly snapped a few photos using their Samsung Galaxy S4. The first photo? Normal. An empty room with the soft glow of electronics in the background. But the next photo? The glow was gone. Something was blocking it. Standing there was a tall, pitch-black, human-shaped figure. No face, no features, no one else in the room. So, what did they just photograph? While taking a late-night walk in the forest, this person lit up a joint, just vibing and enjoying the stillness. But then, out of nowhere, horror-like screams echoed through the trees. Something or someone was running nearby, fast, and letting out blood-curdling screams every 10 seconds. As it moved further away, this person managed to catch a recording. Who or what was that? While hiking the Thames River path in the UK back in 2013, this person's boyfriend snapped a few peaceful photos of the trail, completely alone, surrounded by trees. For years, they thought nothing of one particular shot. It looked like the trail just opened up into a clearing, a typical light at the end of the tunnel kind of moment. But today, more than a decade later, this person decided to zoom in on that photo. And what they saw gave them chills. That clearing? It wasn't a clearing at all. It looked like a white glowing shape, and what's even creepier is that it seems to shift between two different photos taken moments apart. No one was there. No one should have been there. Imagine arriving at a peaceful cabin in the woods, ready to unwind for a quiet weekend, only to have your heart nearly stop. Out of the trees emerges someone in a chilling clown costume, creeping toward you like a scene ripped straight from a horror film. Panic sets in, until you discover it's not some deranged stranger, but the owner of the cabin. Suddenly, the fear turns into a whole new kind of unease. Is that more comforting, or somehow even creepier? Knowing the owner casually strolls the woods dressed like that, would you still stay the night? Two wild campers set off into the heart of the Welsh wilderness, eager for an adventure in a remote, abandoned building, a place rumored to be haunted. After clearing out the cobwebs and tidying up the space, they began exploring its eerie corners, trying to shake off the unsettling atmosphere while casually chatting about the mysterious history of the place. But then, something happened.
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Fucking mental.
Well stoked. By
Yeah,
Cheshire Wonder.
certainly is.
What was that?
Suddenly, a sound pierced the silence. They tried to carry on as if nothing had happened, but the strange noises continued, growing more intense.
It's all right.
No, there's my torch.
Right, let me get out there. Definitely, what the hell is that noise?
The air felt heavier, and a chill set in. Despite the growing unease, they decided to investigate, stepping into the darkness armed only with their torches. As they ventured outside, the eerie noises became louder, unnerving them even more.
No one here.
Bloody hell. What the freaking hell was that noise? Oh man, oh dude.
That presumes it's a secret key button.
They returned downstairs, their nerves on edge. And that's when they noticed something that made their blood run cold, something they hadn't seen before. But before they could process what was happening, they both froze. Hanging in the doorway was something they couldn't explain. Still, despite the overwhelming fear, they pushed forward. But things were far from over. As the night stretched on, it only grew darker. The unsettling noises and chilling presence seemed relentless, and yet they made it through the night, though their minds would never quite let go of the haunting mystery of what exactly lurked in that remote building. What was the true story behind the strange happenings they witnessed? Was it just the wind, or something far more sinister? After settling into their new home deep in the woods, a couple couldn't shake the eerie feeling that they were being watched. To ease their minds, they set up a camera in their bedroom. But what they captured days later was chilling. A man standing just outside their window, fully illuminated by the parking lot lights, staring in like he belonged there. He didn't flinch, didn't move, just watched. boyfriend went outside to confront him, but the man simply turned and walked away without a word. The next day, he showed up at their door with a strange calmness and apologized, but offered no real explanation. So, what do you even do when the person creeping around your window turns out to be your neighbor? A family booked what they thought was a quiet, peaceful Airbnb getaway. But as they settled in and walked through the living room, something immediately felt off. They spotted a strange, sealed window that looked into what appeared to be an underground chamber, completely hidden from the outside. Their curiosity got the better of them. While exploring further, they stumbled upon a trapdoor cleverly hidden beneath the rug in one of the bedrooms. It creaked open to reveal a pitch-black tunnel leading deep below the house. The walls were smeared with what looked disturbingly like dried blood, and halfway down the passage, they found a rusted, ancient-looking mask resting on the ground. As they pressed on, the air grew heavier. Eventually, they entered a dimly lit room, and there, motionless in the corner, stood a single mannequin. No explanation, no context, just watching. They immediately contacted the Airbnb owner, but here's the chilling part. No one ever heard back, no follow-up, no answers, just silence. During a family gathering, Stepanka was casually scrolling through her home's CCTV feed when something chilling caught her eye outside.
And I put it up on my Instagram and I was like, guys, like, what do you think this is? And everybody's like, that's a ghost, that's a ghost. But like, everyone's like, that's a full-on fucking apparition. That is like, that's not a blob. That's not a little light thing. It's a full apparition of a ghost. And I'm just like, right, it is. I'm not fucking crazy.
What she captured was haunting. A figure standing eerily still, until, within seconds, it morphed into a floating, solid white form, ghostly and unmistakably out of place. Skeptical but intrigued, Stanka tried everything to recreate the scene under the same lighting and conditions. Nothing worked. To this day, the footage remains unexplained, and so does the ghostly figure that appeared that night. A Reddit user recently shared a spine-chilling experience from a remote cabin in the woods, and it's got people seriously creeped out. For almost a year, strange reddish footprints have been appearing on the garage ceiling. But here's the kicker. They're always from the right foot only, and they never stay in the same place. Every few days, the prints mysteriously vanish or reappear somewhere else. The user isn't the only one who's seen them. Friends have noticed the same eerie pattern. But things got even weirder when they looked at photos. Although all the pictures were taken on the same day, the prints appeared in different spots in each one. So what's going on here? Is someone playing the world's most dedicated prank? Or is this something far more unexplainable? Starry01 recently posted a chilling photo taken at the abandoned asylum in Fergus Falls, Minnesota, a place already infamous for its ghost stories. At first, the image seemed unremarkable, until they brightened it. That's when a pale, eerie hand appeared in the lower window. Some viewers even claimed they could make out a faint, shadowy figure lurking just behind it. Do you see it? One quiet morning, a homeowner in a remote area caught something chilling on camera, right outside their front door.
What the fuck is outside? What the fuck? Too scared to open my door.
Too afraid to open the door, they stared through the frosted glass. On the other side stood a small, unmoving figure, eerily still, like it was waiting. Even the dog sensed the danger, barking wildly at whatever was out there. But then, it didn't walk away. It didn't run. It simply disappeared, fading into thin air. Some think it was just a wild animal. Others aren't so sure. Whatever it was, it left behind more questions than answers. And one terrified homeowner. Cody had lived on his property for 22 years when he discovered a strange, dead patch of grass that sank under his mower.
It's dead. When I drove over it, it kind of sank. And I came over here with the shovel and tapped on it. Let me get a little closer. It's some kind of door. I've been here 22 years and this has never been here before. So I really don't know what to think about it. But
Curious, he dug into it and found a hidden door leading to a deep, water-filled hole, possibly an old well or storm cellar. Using a 15-foot conduit stick, he couldn't touch the bottom. That night, strange noises came from beneath his house. When he investigated with a camera, what he recorded was not just eerie, it was terrifying. A group of friends had rented a remote cabin deep in the Appalachian Mountains for a peaceful weekend getaway. Surrounded by endless, shadowy woods, the spot felt like a perfect escape. One night, as they soaked in the hot tub beneath a glowing moon, a low, thunderous sound echoed from somewhere deep in the forest.
Yeah, that was a car. Who's the aliens, bro? I think it's a train.
Es que porque suena así a la verga.
But that's just scary. Okay, do you guys want to go inside?
No. Es que dicen que no va a pasar nada, pero...
I'm recording this shit, bro.
But the music and laughter quickly faded into nervous silence. Something about that sound wasn't right. Unbeknownst to them, the Appalachian woods have a long, chilling history. Mysterious vanishings, strange figures spotted between the trees, stories that locals don't like to tell after dark. Thankfully, the group left the hot tub and returned inside without incident. But that night, it still haunts their memories. A man set out to explore a series of cabins deep in the woods, rumored to be abandoned. Everything was quiet, almost too quiet, until something shifted behind one of the upper windows.
Yo. You see movement then? Yeah. Move the light. Yo.
Fuck is that? Yo.
At first glance, there was nothing. But as their flashlights moved away, a pale figure briefly peeked out from behind a curtain. At first, he brushed it off, thinking it was just a squatter. But later, when he reviewed the footage, chills ran down his spine. The figure had no face. Its skin was unnaturally pale, like it hadn't seen sunlight in years. That was all he needed to see. He didn't wait around for a second encounter. Whatever was inside that cabin wasn't human. A Reddit user recently shared a seemingly innocent Polaroid photo snapped by his son, a casual moment captured of him and his wife during a weekend getaway years ago. But when the image finished developing, something unsettling caught their eye. In the window behind them, a blurry shape appeared, and it looked eerily like a face staring straight in. Some dismissed it as pareidolia, our brains trying to find familiar patterns in chaos. Others were convinced it could have been a person, or maybe even an animal. The majority chalked it up to a dirty window reflecting the flash just right. Still, no matter how many logical explanations were thrown around, that face in the window left a chill that no one could quite shake. This man was out of town when he got a Ring camera alert from his remote cabin, and what he saw was chilling. The footage captured a mysterious figure aimlessly roaming through his backyard. But it wasn't just the presence of the disturbing person, it was the way they moved. Slow, erratic, almost like they were lost or hunting. The homeowner noted that the area has a history of drug activity, which might explain the behavior, but that only makes it more unsettling. Imagine someone like that lurking around your property when you're not there to stop them. This eerie video, reportedly filmed in an abandoned hospital in Honduras, recently resurfaced on Reddit, reigniting a chilling mystery that's haunted the internet for years. According to locals, the room in question was once an emergency operating room, and some believe it's now haunted by the spirit of a surgeon who died there, either from a sudden heart attack or, as some whisper, by his hand. The footage has sparked heated debate. Is it a ghost, clever CGI, or just someone messing around? Whatever the explanation, even the skeptics agree. There's something deeply unsettling about the way it moves. While checking his cabin's attic for damage after a recent hurricane, he snapped a quick photo. Just a routine inspection. At the time, everything looked fine. No leaks, no holes. But months later, while casually scrolling through those old photos with his girlfriend, they noticed something chilling. A dark, shadowy figure with glowing eyes staring back at them from the attic. He swore he'd never heard any strange noises up there. No rustling, no scratching. Nothing that would suggest raccoons or other animals. So what was it? A trick of the light? A small, unseen creature? Or something far more unsettling? A warning to get out while he still could. This eerie security camera footage, taken at a secluded home late at night, shows something truly bizarre. A faint, transparent figure drifts across the property, almost like a ghostly presence caught on tape. There's no backstory, no follow-up, and no clear explanation. Was it just a reflection? A camera malfunction? Or did something from the other side slip through unnoticed? The mystery lingers. While hiking through the remote wilderness of Norway, a man stumbled upon something chilling. An old, abandoned house hidden deep in the forest. Curious, he stepped inside and was shocked to find the place still had electricity. As he ventured deeper into the dark, eerie rooms, things took a terrifying turn. Out of nowhere, a strange, shadowy creature locked eyes with him. Frozen in fear, the man panicked, lost his footing, and tumbled down the stairs. The footage cuts off suddenly, leaving behind an unsettling mystery. Was it something paranormal, or is there a more logical explanation? While browsing through old photos from a nighttime trip to an abandoned building, a Reddit user stumbled upon something truly chilling. One eerie shot captured a decaying room in disarray, with a single window at its center. But when he looked closer, his blood ran cold, and a ghostly face was faintly visible in the glass, staring straight at the camera. The user swore he was completely alone that night. Some viewers were haunted by the sinister grin on the figure's face, while skeptics brushed it off as pareidolia. Still, the face looks far too real to be a trick of the mind. While doing his routine rounds at an old manor, a maintenance worker spotted something chilling, a shadowy figure staring at him from behind a window. He quickly snapped a photo. Curious and concerned, he went inside to investigate. The alarm system was still armed. Nothing was broken. Nothing was out of place. He reset the system and turned for one last look. The figure had vanished. What makes this story truly unsettling is who saw it. This wasn't someone known for spinning ghost tales or chasing the paranormal. This was a grounded, no-nonsense man, respected by his colleagues for being level-headed and honest. But that night, even he was rattled. He couldn't explain what had been watching him from the shadows. On May 26, 2025, Ray, a YouTuber famous for his spine-chilling forest explorations, ventured deep into an isolated woodland to set up a trail camera and audio recorder. The setting was calm and untouched, with only fresh animal tracks hinting at any life nearby. The only human he encountered was a lone hiker, and by the time he returned the next morning, everything appeared undisturbed, except the audio recorder, which had mysteriously stopped working, likely due to dead batteries. But when Ray reviewed the camera footage, one haunting moment froze him in his tracks. At exactly 4 a.m., a shirtless man emerged from the darkness, crawling across the forest floor with a massive axe clutched in his hand. Disturbed, Rai asked around in nearby villages, hoping someone might recognize the man. No one did. So who was this crawling figure in the dead of night? And what was he doing with that axe in the middle of nowhere? While hiking through a quiet forest trail with a friend, someone stepped into a small clearing and instantly froze. Hanging from one of the trees was something deeply disturbing, something that didn't belong there. Its presence was eerie, unexplained, and completely out of place in the stillness of the woods. They didn't dare get closer. The shock of discovering it in such a remote spot sent chills down their spine. Without saying a word, they turned and left, haunted by the image and the feeling that they were never meant to find it. One night, a farmer glanced out his window and spotted something unusual moving in the distance. Curious and uneasy, he reviewed the security footage, and what he saw sent a chill down his spine. A lone figure, draped in what looked like a long gown, was slowly gliding across his land. There was no flashlight, no source of light at all, and yet they navigated the pitch-black, uneven terrain with eerie ease, never stumbling, never hesitating. Who or what could move like that in total darkness? And more importantly, why were they there at all? While exploring a remote forest in Mexico, a Reddit user snapped a photo that would later leave them deeply unsettled. In the top left corner of the image, barely visible among the trees, was a faint figure, something that didn't belong to the natural surroundings. At the moment the photo was taken, the user was certain they were completely alone. But when they captured another picture just seconds later, the mysterious figure had vanished without a trace. Was it a simple trick of the light? A case of pareidolia? Or was something silently lurking in the shadows, watching from the trees? While hiking deep in the woods, a man spotted what looked like a little boy standing still in the distance. But as he cautiously approached, he realized it wasn't a child at all. It was a mannequin. Who would drag a mannequin into the forest, and why? Was it planted as some kind of twisted prank? Or is there a more disturbing reason for hiding in plain sight? Either way, the unsettling sight was enough to cut his hike short. He turned around and headed straight back to his car, haunted by the chilling encounter. Deep in the heart of a dark, overgrown forest, someone set up a trail camera to catch glimpses of wildlife. But what the footage captured was far from ordinary. In one eerie frame, a woman in a flowing white dress appeared, standing still, staring straight into the lens. Stranger still, she seemed to have antlers growing from her head. Then, just 40 minutes later, she was gone, vanished without a trace. If this happened, it's the stuff of nightmares. But something about the photo feels off. Too cinematic. Too perfect. Maybe it was staged, or maybe we just weren't meant to understand what we saw. One quiet evening, a truck driver was filming the full moon to share the moment with his son. Focused on getting the perfect shot, he was startled when his truck suddenly jolted, as if he'd hit something. He pulled over immediately. Curious and shaken, he replayed the dashcam footage, and that's when things got strange.
What the hell? No. No, 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 no. Wait, there's nothing there.
At first it looked normal. Then a shadowy figure appeared, standing motionless in the middle of the road. But when he stepped out to investigate, the road was empty. Nobody. No trace. Just silence. Some believe he may have encountered something beyond our world, something that vanished just as quickly as it came. Paranormal investigators are still baffled. Late one night, a man was driving through a dark, echoing tunnel when he witnessed something that defied all logic. Unable to believe what he saw, he quickly reviewed his dashcam footage, and there it was. A mysterious figure materialized out of nowhere, only to vanish as his car passed through it. Was it the lingering spirit of someone long gone? Or just an eerie trick of the light? What do you think happened that night? On August 23, 2013, what started as a thrilling base jump near Twin Falls, Idaho, turned into a near-death experience. Two men leaped from the iconic Perrine Bridge, but in midair, chaos struck. One of the jumpers realized too late that his parachute wasn't opening properly. He spiraled out of control, hurtling toward the jagged rocks along the riverbank. In a twist of luck or fate, he narrowly missed the rocks and slammed into the river instead. The impact was savage. He was immediately rushed to the hospital. But in a miracle that defied the odds, he survived, battered but alive, and without any life-threatening injuries. While hiking alone, Instagram user Smithereens felt that eerie, unmistakable sensation like he wasn't truly alone. At first, he chalked it up to nerves, but then he turned his camera toward the trees, and what he captured sent chills down his spine.
Come out. Come out from behind the tree, I see you. Okay, we gotta go.
Peeking from behind one of the trunks was a pale, human-like figure. The second he locked eyes with it, instinct kicked in, and he took off running. The video ends with him fleeing, with no update and no explanation. He likely made it out safely, considering the footage was posted, but one haunting question still lingers. What was lurking in those woods? In the fall of 2024, as a rare comet made its final visible pass across Earth's skies, a lone biker hit the road in search of a perfect view. With a camera mounted and hopes high, he rode through the night, recording everything along the way. The comet never appeared to the naked eye, but the footage told a different story. While reviewing the clips days later, something eerie emerged. A fast-moving shadow darted across the frame. It wasn't a finger, it wasn't a bird, and it wasn't anything the biker had seen in real time. He was completely alone that night, yet something else had been out there. To this day, he still can't explain what he captured. This person was hiking deep in the wilds of West Virginia when they stumbled upon something downright chilling. A massive footprint, embedded in the dirt, far larger than any normal humans. They snapped a photo and sent it to me, clearly shaken. It wasn't just the size that was disturbing. It was the eerie stillness of the area, like the forest itself was holding its breath. What kind of creature could have left something like that behind? Is there something even more unexplainable roaming those woods? Let me know what you think in the comments. Was this just an elaborate prank? Or did this person accidentally cross paths with a living legend? A group of campers was scoping out the perfect spot to set up camp when something bizarre stopped them in their tracks. A tiny hand, reaching up from a hole in the ground like it was clawing for help or trying to escape. They crept closer, hearts pounding, but before they could get a clear look, the hand vanished into the shadows below. It wasn't a raccoon's paw. It wasn't anything they recognized. So now they're asking, does it look familiar to you? Late one night, YouTuber Chris Javier was casually filming a vlog outside his Airbnb when something bizarre started happening. As he stood under a streetlight, a strange feeling crept over him, like he wasn't alone. Suddenly, the light above him began to flicker.
Like watching it from here, and what the freak? You guys saw that? You guys saw that, right? What the? You guys, I know you guys just saw that, right? I kept blinking. What the hell? And it never does that. Look, it just went out. It just went out. It doesn't do that at all. Oh my gosh, you guys. Turn on. Let me see if it turns on. Will it turn on for me? What the heck is going on? You can see it has a little light into it too. Right there, it's going. Just a little bit. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is creepy. I'm just gonna go over here real quick.
Confused, he wondered if the light was somehow reacting to him. But just as he tried to move away, the light blinked again, this time on cue with his voice. That's when things got truly unsettling. From the dark alley he had just walked past, a man appeared angry, dazed, and muttering to himself.
You know, see, that's what I'm talking about. The guy's just walking back and forth. He just started mumbling. See, that's him. You see him behind me. Yes, you guys see him behind me. He's right there. What the fuck? You guys, he's like coming towards me. I am not liking that. The crazy thing is, I saw him like face to face when I was coming, like when I was showing you guys when I was going down that hill. He was right there. Alright. I don't know if I see him. Alright, you guys. What the hell is he doing?
Chris backed away, uneasy. The man lingered under the same flickering light, then, without warning, began spinning in circles, as if caught in some kind of trance.
Listen. Look what he's doing. He's just moving his arm back and forth. What the hell? Yo, this place is creepy. This place is actually really, really creepy.
Needless to say, Chris didn't get much sleep that night, but by morning, he was gone, leaving that eerie Airbnb and its haunted streetlight behind for good. One night off the coast of Scapello, Sicily, something eerie was captured on camera. A glowing figure drifted through the dark waters at first, and it looked like a diver with a headlamp. But as it came closer, the illusion fell apart. Its shape was all wrong. Long, serpent-like, a visible spine running down its back. And the way it moved? Not human, not even close. Was it just a trick of the light? A diver caught at a strange angle? Or did this fisherman stumble upon something far more mysterious lurking beneath the surface? A TikToker vacationing with his family near a remote cemetery in South America decided to explore the eerie grounds one night. Camera in hand, he began recording, just for fun. But what he captured was anything but ordinary. As they approached one of the graves, the soil suddenly began to move.
Elizabeth, sal. Se está manifestando, güey. Sal, Elizabeth.
Cuidado.
Elizabeth. Se está moviendo. ¿Quieres salir, Elizabeth? Mira, se está moviendo. Se está moviendo, güey. No manches, güey. La tumba se está moviendo, güey. Va a salir, güey.
Not just a little violently, like something was desperately trying to escape from beneath. The footage quickly went viral. Some are convinced it's evidence of the paranormal. Others fear someone may have been buried alive. A few skeptics chalk it up to an animal. Whatever the explanation, one thing's certain. It's the kind of video that'll haunt you long after you've watched it. While out exploring nature, someone stumbled upon something seriously bizarre. Slithering across the ground was a slimy, blob-like creature, unlike any animal they'd ever seen before. They scoured the internet for answers, but nothing came close to matching it. So now the big question is, did they uncover a rare, undocumented species? Or is this just a cleverly staged hoax designed to go viral? Seen anything like it? Drop your theories in the comments. This one's a mystery worth solving. While visiting a cemetery late at night, this person's camera caught something truly bone-chilling. At first, it was just silence and the occasional rustle of leaves. But then, right there in the corner of the frame, a ghostly figure appeared. It wasn't dust. It wasn't a trick of the light. It was moving, slowly and deliberately. This person didn't notice it at first. But when reviewing the footage later, this person realized what had been captured. A transparent shape drifted behind the tombstones, almost like it was watching. No explanation, no warning, just a real video of a ghost. Whether it's a spirit trapped between worlds or something darker, what this camera picked up is one of the clearest pieces of paranormal evidence this person has ever seen. What do you think? Real ghost or just a trick of the mind? Let me know in the comments, if you're brave enough. While hiking through the wilderness, he stumbled upon a cave, and curiosity got the better of him. As he cautiously explored its winding passages, something suddenly caught his eye.
Look over here. Holy shit. You okay there, bud?
Just a few feet ahead, looming in the shadows, was a massive, unmoving figure, a hibernating bear. The sheer size of the beast made his heart pound, but it didn't budge. It slept on, completely unaware of the intruder in its den. Holding his breath, the hiker slowly backed away, thankful for the rare encounter that ended without a roar or a chase. While hiking through a ravine with his dog, a man suddenly heard eerie noises echoing from a nearby gutter. Curious yet unsettled, he pulled out his phone and began recording. The distorted sound sent a chill down his spine. Fighting the urge to investigate, he chose instead to put distance between himself and the unsettling whispers. Hours later, when he returned to the same spot, the noises had vanished, replaced by an eerie, unnatural silence. In 2022, a Reddit user stumbled upon something bizarre deep inside a cave in Estonia. An eerie altar surrounded by everyday household items and colorful flags. The discovery sparked a wave of theories online. Some were convinced it was tied to dark magic or occult rituals, while others believed it could be a tranquil meditation spot. The flags resembled Buddhist prayer flags, which added to the mystery, especially since the cave is in Europe, far from Southeast Asia, where such practices are more common. These hikers were out on an adventure, searching for caves to explore, when they stumbled upon a small hole in the ground. Curiosity got the best of them, and they decided to take a closer look.
It's stuck.
Here, the helmet gets stuck. Yeah.
I'm gonna hand this down to you.
Yes.
Nicely done, kid.
Good ball. Yes.
Here.
Right here, go for it. Nice. And then look.
Yeah, look back up.
Yay!
With some teamwork, one of the hikers handed down a helmet, and the others followed carefully. The girl went in first to scout the cave, and luckily, it wasn't too deep. just big enough to explore. But while getting in was challenging, how they managed to climb back out remains a bit of a mystery. Reddit user Burlapin recently posted chilling footage from deep inside a mine. The clip shows timber beams holding up the roof, an old-school support system still trusted in some operations. Suddenly, the tension builds. Then, a dramatic shift. Unlike steel or concrete, timber has a unique trait. It creaks and groans under pressure, acting as a natural warning system for miners.
Always a monkey face to hold it up.
This eerie sound gave everyone just enough time to react. Thanks to those creaks, no one was hurt when the collapse began. Late one night, a man snapped a photo near the Riviere Tunnel in St. Clementine, but what he discovered later sent chills down his spine. When he reviewed the image, he spotted a ghostly figure lurking in the shadows. According to the Redditor who posted it, the photo is completely unedited. Since then, the eerie silhouette has sparked intense debate online. Some insist it's just a play of light and shadow, while others are convinced it's something far more sinister, possibly paranormal. While hiking through a remote area, this adventurer stumbled upon something straight out of a nightmare or a nature lover's dream, depending on how you look at it.
This would probably be someone's worst nightmare, but I think this is incredibly cool. So cool. Look at these walls. Absolutely covered. And I'm about to crawl through there to look for a snake.
Deep inside a shadowy cave, the walls looked like they were stained with soot. But as they got closer, they realized it wasn't soot at all. It was alive. The dark patches were swarming clusters of spiders clinging to every surface, and instead of turning back, this brave soul decided to crawl even deeper, all in search of a snake. It's a chilling yet awe-inspiring sight, making the cave feel like a scene from a horror movie or a hidden wonder of the wild. But finally, with one last tug, they managed to yank him out just before things turned tragic. A close call, and a terrifying reminder of how quickly caving can go from thrilling to life-threatening. Frances and her husband were invited to a bonfire next door, a lively night filled with laughter, drinks, and stories under the stars. Everything felt perfectly normal, until midnight. Frances decided to snap a quick photo of the roaring blaze, an 80-foot inferno lighting up the night sky. But when she looked back at the picture, her heart skipped a beat. There, in the center of the flames, was something no one could explain. A face, clear as day, staring right back at her from inside the fire. Could it be an apparition? Frances showed the photo to her husband and others at the bonfire. Reactions ranged from stunned silence to nervous laughter. But this person couldn't shake the feeling that something or someone was watching. She hasn't looked at fire the same way since. You be the judge. Is it just a trick of the light, or something far more chilling? A team of daring explorers ventures deep into a mysterious cave, finally getting the chance to navigate a passage that's usually submerged underwater. As they press forward, the cave narrows with each step, and tension rises. They begin to voice their fears, injuries, disorientation, and the creeping thought of getting lost in the dark. Eventually, they reach the flooded passage.
Oh God, my feet are already wet. My butt's wet.
This is a bad one.
Oh God.
This is a really bad one.
I think we'll be okay, but here's the deal.
Can you bring your bag?
Oh. It's cold.
Oh my
God.
gosh.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I'm coming.
Oh, okay. Come. That.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we're gonna push this wide passage and
The water is icy cold, but luckily, there's just enough room above the surface to breathe. With steady determination, they push onward, but the challenges only grow tougher. Confusion sets in, but they rely on earlier markers, a rule of thumb they call right is right. Despite the eerie silence and uncertain turns, they remain composed.
he doesn't go in the water anymore, but I think we're gonna follow him. It's good. All right, listen.
Uh-huh.
You keep going. You're doing great. I'm right behind you.
Oh, that's an ear zipper. That is an ear zipper.
The sound of the water is coming from
That was rough.
That is.
that was so rough.
You got it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'll never get falling down on my face.
After what feels like an eternity underground, crawling, swimming, and navigating the unknown, they finally emerge from the cave, cold, exhausted, but safe. While hiking through a dense forest, a Reddit user stumbled upon a mysterious cave, but what he found inside was truly bizarre. Scattered across the cave floor were strange stones, each one etched with faces that eerily resembled monkeys. The carvings looked ancient, as if they'd been crafted by a forgotten civilization or an unknown artist lost to time. No one knows where these stones came from, or why they were hidden in that cave. A group of explorers stumbled upon an old, abandoned mine shaft deep in the wilderness. As they approached, eerie screeching noises echoed from within, sending chills down their spines. Curiosity got the best of them, and they decided to investigate. But as they peered into the darkness, their camera captured something terrifying.
So obviously there's some danger hidden in there, whether it's from falling rocks or somebody knows something about what's in there. So here he's trying to set himself up to look in there, but it's extremely dark. And here we go. Boop. Eyeballs. Now it's extremely hard to see with his phone. This time slowed down and enhanced. And there it is.
A tall, slender figure lurking just beyond the light. What is this thing hiding in the depths of the mine? And more importantly, how did it get there? While exploring a remote cave in Georgia this past Friday, this person had no idea what was lurking in the shadows. Armed with nothing but a GoPro and a sense of adventure, this person descended deep into the earth, navigating through narrow tunnels and echoing chambers. Everything felt normal, silent, still, until the footage was reviewed. That's when things got strange.
I might just broke off as I left.
Buried in the audio was a clear, blood-chilling scream, one this person never heard in real time. It wasn't a rustle. It wasn't wind. It was a scream. So now the question is, who or what was making that sound? Was it something hiding deeper in the cave? Something not meant to be found? Or worse, something watching this person the entire time? While visiting Rio Claro in Brazil, a group of tourists caught something unsettling.
Apareceu um cara ali no meio da água. Mozinho!
Mozinho, você viu o cara no meio da água? Caraca! Ali, mozinho!
A mysterious, shadowy figure resembling a person emerged from the water, only to vanish swiftly into the cascading waterfall. The eerie sight left the onlookers stunned. The tourist who captured the chilling moment on camera shared the footage on YouTube, sparking a wave of speculation. Many viewers are convinced it could be a ghost caught on film. While camping in the depths of Ottawa National Forest, a group of adventurers experienced a chilling encounter. Strange movements flickered through the shadows, and a mysterious figure lurked among the trees. At the time, they brushed it off as a passing animal, unable to make out its form in the darkness. But when they reviewed their footage later, their hearts pounded. What they captured on camera wasn't just an animal. It was just far more unsettling. Back in 2015, while exploring the historic Fort William Henry in Lake George, New York, someone casually snapped a photo of a pitch-black, narrow tunnel using just their iPhone. At first glance, it looked like nothing, just darkness. But once the photo was brightened, or viewed in negative, a chilling figure appeared to be standing in the shadows. According to local legend, back in the mid-1600s, 2 Native American warriors attacked that very tunnel, killing the guard who was stationed there. It's believed his grave rests just 20 feet beyond that spot, above ground. What makes this even creepier? The figure in the image closely resembles a 1600s-era soldier. Could it be the ghost of the fallen guard, still watching over his post centuries later? While hiking the Grand Canyon, this person made a chilling mistake that nearly cost him his life. Trying to see the perfect view from the edge, this person lost his footing, and in an instant, he plummeted nearly 100 feet down the canyon wall.
Oh shit, is he okay? Oh no. Oh no.
Shit, man.
No,
Don't
look. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we told him to come back up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We need a call. You have your phone. Get your phone.
Helicopter is out. Here.
Give me a call. Oh my gosh.
Dumbass.
Oh my god, baby girl.
Witnesses were left frozen in shock as they watched this person disappear over the edge. We just hope this person survives this terrifying fall, because that drop, it's no joke. In the fall of 2019, a Reddit user took their grandchild on what seemed like a calm, uneventful cave exploration in Arkansas. Just another peaceful day surrounded by nature's quiet. But everything changed once they got home. While flipping through the photos, the child froze, pointing to a shadowy corner of one image. There, partially hidden in the darkness, was what looked like the upper half of a humanoid figure. They hadn't seen or heard anything unusual during the trip, but now that ordinary adventure felt chillingly different. Was it just pareidolia playing tricks on their eyes, or was something down there with them that day? One night, Tom set out to investigate, armed with just a camera and a flashlight. At first, all he found was scattered trash, evidence of illegal dumping. But then something caught his eye. A pale humanoid figure lurked in the brush. As his flashlight beam landed on it, the creature reacted instantly, crawling toward him with unnatural speed. It was thin, unsettling. Something about it wasn't human. Fear took over. Tom bolted, his terror captured on camera, leaving many convinced he had encountered something beyond explanation. He never returned. A woman was walking home late one night when she decided to rest on a bench for just a moment. But within 2 minutes, her peaceful pause turned chilling.
Она взяла. Мне ничего не сделать, я ее ёбну просто вообще не похуй. Настя, у нас есть доказательства. Да видно? Она ушла. Настя, я боюсь. Настя, я боюсь. Там видно? Посмотри, там видно? Слышишь ты, сука? Я сейчас тебя так пиздану, ты охуеешь.
Out of the corner of her eye, she spotted something or someone. A masked figure, barely visible, lurks silently behind a tree. The camera trembled as fear took hold. She wanted to run, but her body wouldn't move. Was this just a twisted prank, or something far more sinister? One thing was certain: if she hadn't seen him when she did, this story might have had a very different ending. While hiking deep into a remote forest trail, this person stumbled upon something that sent chills down their spine. Hidden between the thick branches and old moss-covered bark was a face carved into the trunk of a tree. It wasn't just some rough sketch either. The expression was haunting, almost too human, as if it were watching. This person stood frozen. Why would someone do that? Was it a warning? A ritual? Or maybe someone or something wanted to be remembered. Whatever the reason, the deeper you look into that carved face, the more it feels like the forest is looking back at you. 3 years ago, someone was jolted from their evening routine by a blood-curdling scream outside their home. It wasn't just a sound, it was a raw, chilling cry that echoed from deep within the woods, right near a steep drop overlooking the highway, with a cemetery eerily close by. It sounded like a woman, terrified and desperate. But then again, maybe it was just some wild animal, right? Unnerved, they recorded the moment and called the police, even sent in the footage. But nothing came of it. No follow-up, no missing person reports, no answers. And yet, that scream, it never left them. They never heard it again, before or since. Wildlife doesn't cry like that. At least it shouldn't. In June 2025, near Enderland, North Dakota, a local caught jaw-dropping footage of the sky turning into a giant, swirling mesocyclone, just moments away from forming a full-blown tornado.
Oh my god.
The cloud formation crept across the sky like a living, breathing beast. Immense, hauntingly beautiful, and downright terrifying. It moved slowly, but its power was undeniable. Honestly, it's the kind of thing you film once from a safe distance and then run. While hiking near the railroad tracks in Mission Park, San Antonio, a man snapped a quick photo, but what he saw later left him speechless. When he reviewed the image, two mysterious figures appeared in the distance, standing eerily still. Locals have long whispered tales of ghostly children who push stalled cars off the tracks, but this was something entirely different. Confused and unsettled, unsure if he'd captured a trick of the light or something truly supernatural, he posted the photo online, and the internet hasn't stopped talking about it since. 6 years ago, a Reddit user ventured deep into the countryside to explore an old, crumbling farmhouse, one that locals whispered about with unease. They said the owner had died inside nearly 30 years earlier, and judging by the state of the place, time hadn't been kind. The floors were collapsing, and the stairs to both the basement and upper level had completely vanished. Nature had swallowed the house. Thick trees and tangled bushes made just reaching a door feel like navigating a jungle. Still, he found a narrow opening and slipped inside, thinking he was alone. He wasn't. Inside, every window was boarded up, and the main door was sealed tight. Then, echoing through the empty shell of the house, came a voice.
Looks like all the windows have been boarded up, especially the door out. You've got to be fucking shitting me. Thing is, I was coming here to do a stupid fucking video. I don't actually want to fucking die. I might have just been a fucking...
He'd explored countless abandoned places before, but this one felt different, wrong. He couldn't shake the feeling that something else was there, watching. A bizarre video has been circulating lately, leaving viewers stunned. In it, a glowing orange orb shoots out from the edge of a forest, hovers for just a moment, then streaks toward a parked car and explodes on impact. The blast is intense, almost too real. Naturally, theories are flying. Some insist it's ball lightning, that rare and unpredictable weather event known to flicker, float, and sometimes violently detonate during storms. But here's the strange part. The orb didn't just drift, it targeted the car with eerie precision. That's why others believe we may have just witnessed a test run of advanced secret technology, possibly even a directed energy weapon. Is it natural, man-made, or something else entirely? No one knows for sure. Lucas and his friend Gavin were hiking through the quiet woods of rural Pennsylvania when an overpowering stench suddenly filled the air. Expecting to stumble upon a decaying animal, Lucas instinctively pulled out his phone. Peering through the dense trees, Lucas spotted a massive, crouched figure. It had the shape of an ape, but the unsettling movements of a man. Heart pounding, he snapped a photo and hit record just as the creature stood and disappeared deeper into the forest. Neither of them could speak. Frozen with fear, they knew they had just seen something unexplainable. To this day, Lucas is certain of one thing. Whatever it wasn't human. While hiking in the forest, this person and their family noticed something strange. This person kept hearing twigs snap behind them. At first, they thought it was just the wind, until this person turned around and spotted a massive bear slowly stalking them from a distance. The bear wasn't charging or growling, it was just silently following, step by step, shadowing their every move through the dense trees. As tension rose, this person tried to stay calm, urging the family to keep moving without running. The bear kept closing the gap, clearly curious or sizing them up. It felt like something straight out of a horror movie, except this was real. But after what felt like forever, the bear finally lost interest and wandered off into the woods, leaving this person and their family completely shaken, but thankfully unharmed. Around June 14th, 2025 in Bridgeport, West Virginia, two men stumbled upon something in the sky that left them speechless.
I look like it. Hey, what is that, bro? Dude, I don't know about a cell phone tower, Monk. Monk? I don't think it's a cell phone tower, bro. Dude, I have never in my life seen anything do what it's doing. Wait, you should come look at my phone. I can't stop this. I've never seen any cell phone tower do what this is doing. You sure, bro? That is a spaceship. Wait till you see this shit. Because if that's a cell, then where's the other one at? No, the cell phone towers are over there on that side, down to that end. Yeah, those are cell phone towers. What the fuck is that?
He held up his phone, recording the bizarre structure seemingly hovering in place. What they captured has sparked wild speculation. Was it just a cleverly designed drone? Or did they accidentally record a real UFO that night, something truly out of this world? While camping in Texas, a family decided to check out a nearby haunted house, one that already had a dark reputation after someone reportedly died there years ago. Sitting safely in their car, they watched the eerie, abandoned structure. But then, something chilling happened. They caught this on camera.
It's gonna go in your house. The LS paranormal activity is Shadowy, so it's fake. But it can come in our
Whoa!
Out of nowhere, what appears to be a small hand reaches out from the window. Locals say ghostly figures of children are often seen peering from the windows and lurking near the doors of this house, fueling the belief that it's truly haunted. While a man was carefully cutting through the base of a massive tree with a chainsaw, everything seemed routine until the final slice brought the trunk crashing down. And then came the shock.
Watch out, Zach. It's going to spin over.
There's the doggy.
How
was that ride?
That's a first. So, Dad, I didn't get the squirrel.
What happened to the squirrel, baby?
The squirrel got away.
As the dust settled and the tree hit the ground, out popped something no one expected. A dog. That's right, a dog came trotting out from inside the hollow trunk like it had just ridden a roller coaster. It turns out the dog had chased a squirrel and somehow climbed into a hidden cavity high up in the tree. By some miracle, it survived the whole ordeal without a scratch. Still, the dog? Fine. Just a little confused and probably ready to try again. Back in 2017, a cyclist was documenting his ride through a thick, shadowy forest when he stumbled upon something straight out of a nightmare. Standing dead center in the trail was a clown, completely still, silently staring into the void. At first, the cyclist was intrigued, maybe even tempted to ride closer, thinking it was just some kind of prop or abandoned doll. But as he inched forward, a chilling feeling crept in. Something was off, very off. Without hesitation, he turned around and got out of there. I mean, who in their right mind stands motionless in the middle of the woods in a clown suit, staring into nothing? On June 14th, something bizarre unfolded at Pacific City Beach in Oregon. A witness reported seeing a massive drone flying unusually low over the ocean. Far larger than your average drone, and carrying something even stranger. A huge, unidentified object dangling beneath it. Then, in one swift move, the drone dropped the object into the water and vanished into the sky. The witness snapped a photo, but the object's shape remains a mystery. No limbs, no clear features, yet it was eerily human-sized. Now, the internet is buzzing with speculation. What exactly was so important or so secret that it had to be dropped into the ocean from a drone? On June 9th, 2025, in the quiet deserts of Arizona, a woman set out to record a peaceful sunset. But what her camera captured was far from peaceful or explainable.
Right there.
Hovering in the sky was a bizarre, human-like figure. It wasn't a bird, it wasn't a drone, and it wasn't a trick of the light. While skeptics rushed to call it a glitch or a hoax, something strange happened in the comments. Dozens of people claimed they had seen the same thing. Coincidence? Or something much bigger? While away on vacation, a homeowner casually checked the live feed from his backdoor camera. But then he paused. In one frame, something felt off. There, crouched low and staring directly into the lens, was a dark, shadowy figure. Its posture didn't look human or animal, and the eyes? They glowed in a way that sent chills down his spine. Some quickly dismissed it as a stray dog caught at the perfect angle, but others? They aren't so sure. Was it just a dog, or did something else wander into that yard? While hiking through the misty trails of the Pacific Northwest, a Reddit user caught sight of something moving in the woods. His jaw dropped. Standing upright, covered in black fur, was a massive ape-like figure, unlike anything native to the area. It didn't match any known animal, but it did bear an eerie resemblance to a legendary creature whispered about for generations. Could this be the moment someone finally captured Bigfoot on camera? While fishing in Brazil, a group of fishermen came across something truly bizarre, something they'd never seen before. At first glance, they assumed it was just some trash, maybe scraps of fabric or floating plastic. But then it moved. One of the fishermen reached in and pulled out one of the strange creatures. What he held looked eerily like a bat, but far more unsettling. So what do you think? Did they discover something real, or is this just another internet hoax?